This is a big one. Yep, that one's a keeper. Fauxrensics case number 20, collecting evidence. Evidence collection is one of the basic fundamentals of any investigation. Forensic science begins at the crime scene, and everything stems from that very first collected clue. Crime thrillers need to be compelling, so they're often stripped down to the basics in order to keep the viewer's attention. This results in what I like to call faux-seizures. Glossed over and sped up procedures conducted in such a way that trick your brain into thinking they look right, but in reality are really just movie mirages. Although they give the illusion of correct procedure, these actions actually contaminate real-life crime scenes even further. True-life crime scene investigations will never meet the standard movie runtime. Proper procedures are always required for each and every case, no matter how long and tedious they might be. But how often does pop culture correctly portray evidence collection techniques? Is it really just as simple as bag it and tag it? Here to shed some light on real-life evidence collecting is NFSTC crime scene subject matter expert Christine Goldman.
One of the things that bugs me that I see on TV is the way in which people handle evidence. When we're talking about the collection of a gun, let's say, and an individual, whether it be a detective or a crime scene investigator, picks that piece of evidence up with a pencil, you may not realize you have skin cells on an object that you write with, and then it's transferred onto that gun where it's being touched. We have to document it correctly. The evidence should be photographed in place prior to collection, wearing the proper protective equipment. We have to package it. When referring to what evidence should be placed in what package, we really have to take into consideration the analysis that needs to be performed. And a good example of that is biological fluids. If you have wet blood, it definitely needs to dry, so you need to put it in a paper bag so that air can cross over the paper membrane. If the evidence itself is too big for a standard packaging, let's say we've collected a wall, there's really no way to package that. Processing for fingerprints or swabbing for DNA would have to be done prior to the transport of that evidence. It's important that you don't always believe what you see on TV. Physical evidence does not lie. So we have to maintain its integrity, we have to document it correctly so that it can go on for further analysis.
Now, like Christine said, don't believe all of those glossed over evidence collecting faux-seizures that you see in television and movies. Real-life CSIs pay close attention to every detail when collecting real-life evidence. It may not be entertaining to watch on television, but it's key to building a case. Anything else is just faux-rensics.